Another aspect that they're pushing, and I mean, they were pushing it big this year, and that is carbon currency. They are officially telling us that carbon will be a currency. This is one that I've been talking about for a very long time. I've been warning people. A lot of people are looking for the one world currency to be an actual currency, a coin or something like that. I've kind of taken over the position of I think it's going to be this carbon system that they do, because you can control literally everything. Even if there's 500 different currencies around the world, you can control everything with just this one carbon credit currency that they're talking about. If you don't believe me, here is Michael Sharon, who is talking about the carbon currency.
So central banks are also starting to understand nature has real value. Carbon, we already figured out. And carbon is moving very quickly into a system where it's going to be very close to a currency. Basically being able to take a ton of absorbed or sequestered carbon and being able to create a forward pricing curve with financial service architecture, documentation. I just came out of a meeting this morning how we're trying to accelerate that. To be quite honest, not to get very boring, but we're on financial topics and things, but they're going to be derivatives. And you need ISDA documentation if you want to trade a derivative in the marketplace. And all of this actually matters for nature as well. So how do we, and I'm hoping this discussion today, at least from a central banker's point of view, on how do we start tokenizing, how do we start building systems that actually create not only the value, but transfer that value around the world.
So, if you don't know who that is, like I said, that is Michael Sharon. He's a former Bank of England senior advisor. Bank of England is the central bank over there. And G20 co-chairman. He just said carbon is moving into a system where it will be close to a currency. We've seen the progress and the push, the small steps they've been taking to bring in this type of system, and now they are blatantly telling it to your face that this is what we're doing. We are bringing in carbon as the currency. This is what's going on, and this is going to work in tandem with the central bank digital currency, which we have seen them testing this all over the place. I was going to talk about that this week, but there's just not enough time. I don't want to keep you guys here forever. But I will talk about that next week. I promise I'm going to talk about all these banks. I mean, it's basically getting ready. They're getting ready to roll it out like quick. So I'll talk about that next week. I just don't have enough time. But they're telling you that the central bank digital currency and this carbon currency, they are going to work in tandem. I've been warning about this, saying that it is the one world currency, and it's the carbon credit itself. Again, I'm not going to say for sure that's what it is, but it's just right now there's just way too much stuff that is pointing in that direction. So that's just how I'm thinking. And he's even talking about tokenizing things like water and trees. So they're going to tokenize just basic earth necessities, pretty much. This speech came during the Digital Environment Assets Programmable Money and the Future of Climate Finance side event. So as you know, they have a bunch of side events. We just talked about the youth one. Well, now this is a part of the Digital Environment Assets financial stuff, how it all works together. This event is for pushing central bank digital currencies and carbon credits using tokenizing environmental assets through blockchain technology. So that is what we're seeing with the crypto and the Bitcoin and stuff, that uses blockchain technology. That's going to be a part of this. We've talked a bunch about that. Not going to get into that. Sharon here stepped down from the Bank of England into, if you want to know a little bit about what he's involved with, he stepped down from the Bank of England. That was this year. And he's now president of Metaverse Green Exchange. He oversees Metaverse tech and objects, and also owns a patent on tech, which features carbon neutrality tokens. And basically what that means is to facilitate cross-border trading of carbon credits.